the 3 autonomous district councils of Meghalaya has sought 48 hours time from the state government to examine on the notification issued by Governor recently to implement the provisions of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 and Code of Civil Procedure 1908 throughout the state. Well, the 3 ADCs, namely Khasi Hills Autonomous District Councils, Jantia Hills Autonomous District Councils and Garo Hills Autonomous District Councils yesterday had a meeting with Chief Minister Kongrat Sangma and expressed their concern that this notification will dilute the powers of the district council courts. Later, after discussion with legal experts, all the 3 ADCs will individually submit the reply to the Chief Minister on their stand to the proposal to enforce CrPC and CPC throughout the state. Moreover, speaking to media after the meeting, GHADC Deputy CEM Nikman Marak said that all the 3 ADCs are concerned that there could be dilution of the power of the district council courts with the proposal to implement these 2 acts throughout the state. Marak further informed that there will be no joint meeting between the 3 ADCs to discuss the matter, adding that they are going to hold discussion separately.
After long discussion, we could not come to the conclusion since we got the notification by today itself. So we have asked some more time, 48 hours has been asked by us, then time has been given. We have discussed for a very long time, for about 1 hour. But we cannot come to the conclusion today. So we'll ask. We have asked this time, and we'll discuss with our legal team, and we'll submit a letter to them, to the government. The district council court should not be diluted. The power which we got since the inception of the constitution should not be diluted. We have a village court, district court, and we just applied in the district court the spirit of CrPC and CPC, not the letter. And in the village court, we don't apply the spirit of CrPC and CPC. So that should not be diluted, and we are in the same line with the ADC and GHADC. This should not be diluted. So 48 hours for them. 48 hours, so that we'll go back to Tura and we'll discuss our legal team. It will take the time. So we ask 48 hours.
Meanwhile, speaking on the issue, Chief Minister Kongrat Sangma has clarified that the state government will not dilute or infringe into the judicial powers of the autonomous district councils of the state. Well, the Chief Minister said that whatever steps that are being taken right now is only to regularize the overall functioning of the judiciary, where the separation of the executive and the judiciary has taken place.
There is no question of diluting or infringing into the powers of the judicial powers of the district council, and that whatever steps are being taken right now and are being suggested by the government is only to regularize the overall functioning of the judiciary, where the separation of the executive from the judiciary has taken place. And the executive earlier used to take up cases, and that those powers were conferred, or they used to draw them from the 1937 Act. Once the judiciary and the executive was separated, the ADC judicial did not have the powers to continue, and hence the judicial magistrates came into being. So hence the judicial magistrates will also have to draw powers from certain provisions in the constitution, and hence it is being suggested that it should be drawn from para 5. But while we say that, it's simply to ensure that the continuity of the judiciary in terms of now from the ADC judiciary to the judicial magistrates can happen in a smooth manner. That's the main purpose. But as the second part is, there is no intention to dilute the powers of the district council, and the provisions and the powers of the district council are clearly mentioned in the constitution and the 6th schedule. So there's no question of in any way diluting those powers. So those discussions were made, and the council members and the legal team have understood the concerns, and they have asked for 24 hours to 48 hours in which they will go through the entire points that were mentioned and discussed, and they will get back to us. and we're hopeful that we'll be able to take it to the logical conclusion.